Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a debate about a controversial topic that is discipline system in Zamorano. At my left, I have the pro-side group composed by Rafael Pimentel from El Salvador, Carlos Caputi from Ecuador. At my right, I have the con-side group composed by Sergio Garbizu from Bolivia and Carlos Argueta from El Salvador. We're going to argue about the uniforms on weekends. Please, the pro-side group, begin the debate.
Okay, one of the points of the discipline system in Zamorano is to use uniform in weekends. I completely agree with that because uniform every time is one of the things to make Zamorano different from the other universities. For Zamorano, it's very important the quality between their students. On the other hand, the uniform symbolizing discipline and order. Another point is that uniform is important every time because it also protects us from strangers people that enter to the university on weekends. It's good to remember that we receive guests in weekends, and it's very important for Zamorano. The security is one of the most important things, and the security of the students, Zamorano could have more control about the people that can get into the Zamorano and the students that Zamorano has, because as we know, Zamorano has a lot of students and it's a little difficult to control all the students and to recognize what are the students here and what are not. Yeah. On the other hand, uniform, as I said, represents the quality between us. As we know, here in Zamorano, we have students that have too much resources and students that don't have resources enough. Okay, and it doesn't matter here. The only thing important is the responsibility we take here, the control we have from ourselves. That's what most important. We have to be disciplined. We have to be responsible. We have to be to know what we want, our goals for the life. It doesn't matter the money here because Zamorano has the Pan-Americanism. We came from different cultures. We came from different kind of life, poorness, richness. It doesn't matter here. We're right here. We're equally every time, even the weekends.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Now, come side, please. Give your argument.
Good morning. In part, yes, you are right, but the thing we are saying is that we don't agree using uniforms at weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. For example, if you want to go to a residence of some friends or friend and you want to be relaxed, you will go with your friend to talk or see a movie, you will be uncomfortable with that uniform. So why cannot you use a better dress, a t-shirt, a short and tennis, instead of using the uniform all the time? I think we have so much using that uniform all weekend, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think it's already too much. So Saturdays and Sundays using again that uniform is very heavy for our day after day, our life here in Zamorano. Another thing I want to say is that, for example, the uniform is very hard, it's very it's very heavy to use a jean, a college t-shirt. I don't know. It's very heavy, and we need if we are living here in Zamorano, we need some time to be relaxed with our own clothes, with our own dressing. We need that. A human needs some time to be relaxed. What that is my argument. That only we can have on weekends some time without uniforms to be relaxed, to make another thing that we can't do with uniforms. For example, the example I gave, see movies, or I don't know, go to walk to somewhere. If you go to walk somewhere, you with uniforms, I don't know, it's very hot to be walking with that uniform, and that is one of my arguments. I have to not use uniforms here in Zamorano.
Thank you, Sergio. Okay, have the word, Carla.
Okay, as I already said, I think people in Zamorano, it doesn't rely on if it is Saturday or Sunday. Equally have to be always, all the time. It doesn't matter if it's Sunday, Saturday, because that's why we made a difference, yeah. And on the other hand, it's important to say that if you want to go walking or to make sport, to do sports, you can change your clothes. I mean your clothes to be more relaxed. Yeah. If you are into your residence, you can use another kind of clothes. And I still don't agree about using uniform. Don't using uniforms because right here there are also people very poor that don't have enough money even to buy clothes to wear every weekend. I think we have a very difference. It's not balanced. The people, there are many people that are too poor, and other people that have too much money. It's not meet people. There are, yeah, but there is very marked the difference between the high level when you have too much money and when you don't know. And that's why I think Zamorano since 70 years ago and the same method, and that's why Zamorano is known by its equality between its students. That's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Sergio, please take the word.
Okay, if you're talking about they don't have enough money to buy enough clothes, how they live before coming Zamorano. To everything, you have a solution. If they don't have some money to buy their clothes, they can. There is to wash and to clean your clothes, so they can use it for weekends because they have 5 days at the week for can clean or wash their clothes. So there is no excuse to be here saying that there is not equal, because in classes or work, yes, that is good, we can be equal, but at weekends we can have that certain times for being ourselves, for being what we were before coming Zamorano, to show our classmates, our friends, what we were before coming Zamorano. So that is not an excuse, because you can wash, clean your clothes and use again and again.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sergio.
I want to say my final opinion.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Take the word.
Okay. Yes, it makes sense what I said, because if you didn't know, when you want to wash the clothes that is not uniform, you have to pay for it. And if you wash your clothes into your residence, you have to pay for detergent to use and foam to use to wash your clothes. There are people here that really don't have the resources. They are very, very poor, and that's why I say that maybe they don't. It's not just if you have a cloth or a shirt, a t-shirt. Everybody could have a t-shirt or a short, yeah. But you cannot wash your clothes without paying. You have to pay, even it's for detergent, or maybe could be if you have to pay to the laundry here, because the laundry only includes the uniform washing.
Okay.
Okay. One more thing, please.
No.
Okay.
We have to move on.
Okay.
So later we're going to have some questions for each group. So okay, now we're going to talk about the work on Saturday. It's
Okay.
you. So the first side, Carla, please take the word.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to talk about the other point. This is work on Saturday. One of the missions of Zamorano is to graduate people strong enough and accustom them to the pressure they could from in the future. Since about 70 years ago, the method has been the same. Yeah, you cannot discuss that. The method has result in the graduated people. Our students always have been that pressure, have had that pressure here, and that's why when they graduate here, they always get into, when they are in a job, they don't matter if the job is too hard or the job is not, because when you have your own company, you have to be here on Sunday or Saturday. You have to produce, and one of the things that Zamorano wants to do with their students is to make them confront the life hardly, and that's why Zamorano it's characterized by the best agriculture university here in Latin America. Okay, that's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Coincide.
Okay.
Take the word.
Okay. Yes, there are 70 years here in Zamorano with the same rules that works at Saturdays. But why we cannot see that have new ideas instead of only Saturdays working, have some new ideas for the students, for us, for have I don't know, instead of work, have theoretical talks to us. We can go to another places to know some agriculture places. I don't know, to industries, to know new places for that help us, like students in Zamorano. Like then another thing here. Why only focus in one thing, that if 70 years ago they work Saturdays, only 70 years ago now again and work, why we cannot see new things for our good learning here in Zamorano? So that is too heavy to you cannot explode a student working 6 days if also they study, they have to study. That Saturday you can use it for study, for an exam, or read something. It's not only practicing all with force. It is to that complement a person is ideas in a good brain, good concepts. and all that thing. So,
Okay.
I want to add something that my friend said.
Okay.
That it's true that we have 70 years here in Zamorano, but why we don't make a difference here? Why we don't change another type of work or life here in Zamorano? And why we have to work on weekends? We have enough work on the from Monday to Friday, so I don't think that we have to work on Saturdays. We have enough work on.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Sergio. So, Rosai, Rafael, take the word, please.
I'm gonna answer what you said, Carlos, about the work on Saturdays. For example, if you don't work on the Saturdays, that is only 2 Saturdays in the month, you will lose 8 hours in that month of work. And that 8 hours of each month, it will be 96 hours in the whole year. That's why we have a calendar already do it, and we need to complete all the working hours. That 96 hours, if you don't work on the Saturdays, when you're gonna do that? And if the students didn't work on the Saturdays, we need to pay more workers for the Saturday, because in the industry and the farm, it doesn't stop on the Saturdays. If you don't go, the workers need to go.
Okay, thank you, Rafael. Carla, take the word, please.
To end, I want to say something. You said that Zamorano explodes its students, but I just want to say one thing. Anybody has died in 1942, and every Zamorano student has been successful because that's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Now we're going to move to the weekend outings. So, Rosai, please, expose your tent.
Okay, the topic is the limited quantity of weekends. Here in Zamorano, we are in favor about the rules that Zamorano has since the 70 years ago, because the traditions that the university has since it was created. In other part, the limited quantity of weekends is for the students to focus in what they need to be focused, that is the studies, and to be safe here inside of Zamorano, because in this country that we have too much criminality, and we can expose too much the students to go outside and getting in problems. And here they have so much entertainment and things that they can do, like they can study. That's the purpose that they are here. They can do sports, they can sleep, they can eat, they can be with their friends, they can watch TV, they can watch movies, they can read, they can ride bicycle, they can do a lot of things, because all the things that we have here in Zamorano, thinking about the entertainment about our students. And another part, another reason why we have a limited quantity of weekends is because the students here doesn't have too much distraction that they have outside of the university. If the university doesn't have a limited quantity of weekends, all the students would get out all the weekends and they will never study. And that's why Zamorano has result from the other universities because of the good results and the good academy formation that we have here in the university. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Rafael, for exposing your opinion. So, also. Okay, now become side, please. Carlos, take the word.
Okay, thank you. So we need more weekends. Why? It's true that here in Zamorano we have soccer fields, we have pools, but for example, some people don't like sports. Some people, another point is that some people are stressed. So weekends are created for students that we can distress ourselves, going to Tegucigalpa, going to parties. We as young people, we need to go to restaurants, eat another kind of food, for example, hamburgers or pizza. We need to see cars, buildings, and all that kind of stuff. So we need to relax. We need to, if you don't drink, if you don't go to parties, you can go to a movie theater or to a mall. So these are for example, so that we can distress ourselves.
Okay, thank you, Sergio. Please, Carlo, please, Sergio, take the word.
Okay. One question for Carla about uniforms at weekend. If we are in a changing society, why we cannot change some traditions at Zamorano? For example, the rules that to not use the uniform. If this the society is changing, why we cannot implement new things, new rules?
Okay.
Wait, you finish?
Yes, that is my question. That is why we cannot change some rules or some traditions. If you said that is 70 years ago, the same rules, you need change in your life. You need some new things in your life.
Okay, thank you, Sergio. So, pro side, Carla, please, take the word.
Okay, the answer is simple. If Zamorano change, the students, it's not good to change because of the result that Zamorano has had in long years. Yeah. If we change, Zamorano wouldn't have the same results. That's simple. The results of Zamorano. Why Zamorano is the best university, agricultural university here in Latin America, is because of the result it has had in the long years. But if Zamorano change, we wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same at all. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you, Carla. Rafael, to the word.
I have a question for Carlos. You said that some of our students don't play any sport or practice any kind of sport. As I can see, it's a good way that a student can learn a new sport if they don't know how to play any sport. You can learn here to play football, to play basketball, to swim, to ride a bike, to play tennis, to play ping pong, and another sports that you can do here. And the other part is that some of our students don't drink, and to us giving them more quantity of weekends, they maybe will learn to drink here in Zamorano, because there are a lot of cases that people who don't drink, they learn to drink getting in the weekends in Zamorano. How do you think about that? The weekends will probably make the students drink more, and that's obviously bad for their health. And they can learn a new sport here in Zamorano, getting inside safely.
Okay, thank you, Rafael.
Okay, I'm going to answer your question. Yes, it's true. We have a lot of different sports that we can do here with our friends and all that kind of stuff. I agree that we can do sports, but I think that one weekend, okay, we can stay here in Zamorano doing sports with our friends, but all weekends is like kind of boring, doing the same things every weekend. So we have to make a change, we have to do another kind of stuff, and I think that we are sufficiently mature to put a limit in our life. We can go to parties, drink, but people own their own life. They are sufficiently mature to know what is bad or what is good for their life.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. Now we are going to conclude the debate. Please each group present their conclusion.
Okay, our conclusion is simple. If Zamorano in these all these 70 years have the good results that we have in our graduators, we don't gonna change nothing, because in the way that we teach and we form the students, they have a good results. So that's no reason for change the things that Zamorano already have.
Thank you, Rosai group. Now, Tonsai, present your conclusion, please.
Okay, our conclusion is that Zamorano has 70 years of tradition, but we need change in the world. We need change in people. So why we have to make change. So all these rules that we want to take off the discipline statement of Zamorano, we can change and have new results, so that we will have new good things, new graduates, students with new ideas and different concepts of the life in this kind of life that is here in Zamorano.
I only want to conclude with a question: why we don't make a change or make a difference here in Zamorano?
Okay, thank you. Now we listen both conclusion of each side, and if the public have no question, we conclude this debate. And thank you both sides for being here. Goodbye.